Good evening, colleagues. It's my pleasure once again to come to the stage, making the debriefing of the day two of the Humanitarian Civil Military Coordination Workshop, jointly organized by the Disaster Management Center, United Nations OCHA, which is facilitated by the World Food Program in Sri Lanka. My name is Indu Abeyratne. I work as a program policy officer at the United Nations World Food Program in Sri Lanka and also technical advisor to the disaster management agencies in the country. I must congratulate to all of you for very productive humanitarian civil military coordination workshop in last 2 days. This brought us very large eye-opening, which is paramount to manage large-scale disasters or event which requires international assistance in future, especially working with military assets and also the foreign military assistance. Memo appreciation to UN OCHA team for their wonderful facilitation throughout last 2 days. Well, running over the last 2 days of the sessions, we are really pleased with the energetic engagement by all of our participants until the last session, which is a huge achievement in our understanding. The day two has started with the reflection and recall of the module 1 and 2, highlighting all sessions were undertaken at the initial day. This was followed by a relationship mapping in the humanitarian assistance facilitated by Ganesh Navaratnam, highlighting who are our international and national stakeholders. It was really interactive session to start the day. Moving forward, that we have further engaged in different aspects of stakeholders in different settings. With that, Joseph has educated us on persuasion without authority, which is an important aspect in the humanitarian assistance, which requires extensive coordination efforts. This was followed by a brainstorm session, understanding different contexts, and apply various strategies for effective assistance in ground. With that, then Anne-Sophie took us to discuss on ethical influencing techniques, which was interesting, and followed by a poll activity with the participation of all of us. The session was concluded with another brainstorming session to groups to think and apply certain strategies to getting support from external agency. And that was, in my understanding, very interactive, and everybody engaged based on their experience and based on their knowledge. Well, in the afternoon, one of our close colleagues, Vatsala Jayamane, took us on humanitarian program cycle and practical implementation of civil military coordination in Sri Lanka, as she has years of experience in the sector. We had very impressive group work in key areas of civil society, DMC military, DMC civilian, military, and UN agencies. After that particular deliberation, Oliver Braun from ECHO, Thailand, has joined with us to enlighten about donor perspective in this regard, especially on the humanitarian assistance side, which is important factor, especially on the resource mobilization and support, continued support. After that, we have discussed about information sharing in humanitarian action and brainstorm about humanitarian metrics. What are the sensitive areas? What are the critical areas that has to be really considered? Finally, Joseph brought the discussion on civil military platform for Sri Lanka, application of HAMOC, and what are the next steps. Especially, discussion went on in a very collaborative manner, and strategic level or operational level national consultation was recommended by various participants who are interacted in the session. Concluding 2 days session, Joseph further brought his long years of experience and of course learning to the audience, which was very informative, and I would say that is the cream and essence of the whole 2-day workshop. Finally, concluding the overall 2-day workshop, General Sudhanta Ranasinghe, Director General of Disaster Management Center, made his concluding remarks and made an important statement that this is another beginning, and it will be leading to further deliberation and engagement by all of us, bringing adequate emphasis on the humanitarian civil military coordination, especially in Sri Lanka. And these will be considered and, of course, integrated into our next level planning. He further requested UNOCHA to conduct residential training for Sri Lanka and development of a strategic paper for effective civil military coordination and deployment of foreign military assets in a major calamity. I would say that that is a very critical and important endeavor that we should be engaging and embarking and bringing that perspective into the emergency management framework in the country. He finally thanked all the facilitators, including Joseph and Salim, Ganesh, Ronaldo, Melandi, Leah, and also World Food Program for bringing this timely initiative. And that has concluded 2-day very fruitful sessions in Sri Lanka on humanitarian civil military coordination. And once again, I am really pleased to give this debriefing to all of you and wish you all the very best and have a pleasant evening. Thank you very much.